And they're off, and it's a main start straight down the middle. Jen Jackson straight into the pedals. Kate Courtney, also a good start. Evie Richards. Jenny Rissveds just drifting back a little bit. Sevilla Blunt just outside as they start this start loop. Got to keep an eye on Sammy Maxwell, our overall leader, wearing number 1 on a bike. She had a poor short track, a crash on the first lap, drifted a bit further back.
Oh, a bit of argy-bargy already.
You see Sammy Maxwell just coming. She could take the overall, a top 24 today. Will mean she takes the title, but Sammy Maxwell's going to have a good start loop, and we see this multi-line section here just as we crest into the forest track and start the climb. But it's Laura Steger from Specialized Factory Racing. We know how good she is in the descents, and she's already getting a gap, and Jenny Rissveds is no slouch, but Steger already putting the pressure on.
You can see Sammy Maxwell just at the back of that lead group there. Alessandra Keller just slotting into Sevilla Blunk's wheel. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Jenny just clawing back that time.
So now we're on to the climb proper. We're starting the first main lap. It's almost, it's in sections, but it is one big climb to the top and a big fast descent. And this is the new section for this year. Last year it was forest track from bottom to top. This year, after the rock section, we just take a turn off to the right, just as we see Rissveds coming through the rock garden. We turn off to the right, and it's got a steep, punchy climb, then a little techie descent, just to split the main climb up a little bit.
Tell you what, Jenny Rissveds brought that gap back quickly.
We know the form that Rissveds is in. World Championship, winner of 2 World Cups in recent months as well.
And this is a good course for her riding style here.
Yeah, she just settled down into a rhythm. We've seen the way she's won both her races. Likes to lead from the front. That gives her confidence. She gets the gap, and you can ride at your own pace and rhythm.
Interestingly, no water bottle on Jenny Rissveds' bike, so that's an extra 300 to 400 grams worth of weight saving. Maybe a tactic?
Yeah, and on a course like this where you've got one big climb, one descent, maybe they just take the feed at the bottle at second feed.
And you can see that Jenny Rissveds is definitely paying attention to those around her. She's looking over her shoulder a lot, one of the only riders to do so much. Having a look again over her shoulder. Look at that gap already. Look at that gap already. Wowzers, just like that. Laura Steger had a gap like this only a minute ago, and now Jenny Rissveds, is this the move? And those little climbs are punchy. As you can see so far, we've got a bit of a drag into a punchy little short, sharp climb, short descent.
We see it's Sevilla Blunt just going past. Candice Lill just flowing past. Just everyone fighting for position. Once you're into this long climb, it is a single track all the way to the top, and it's Sevilla Blunt that managed to get past Laura Steger, actually. So it's now Rissveds, small gap to Sevilla Blunt, Alessandra Keller, Evie Richards, Laura Steger, Ronja Blockinger doing a fantastic start. Sammy Maxwell recovering well after that poor short track, which led to a bad grid position. You see Sammy going past number 1 on the bike. She's now up to 8th position. As we drop down to this section here, first time we're going to see it. It's loamy, it's loose, it's multi-line.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the gap now.
Wow.
Look how quickly that gap has just escalated.
And this is where there's risk of flat tyres. There is little sharp rocks coming through. See Sammy Maxwell just dropping through the dust. Absolutely strung out now. You see the gaps even on this lap 1. It just shows how physical this circuit is. You see Evie Richards coming past now on the descent, so going past Blunt and blocking her. Just carries speed. Evie's riding the descent so well. We saw in Lenzerheide absolutely pinning it.
This could work out well for Sammy, because now she has the option to be patient. She can see who's in front of her. Jenny is out in front, so now she can look at 2nd or 3rd or 4th. Look, that whole group's just in front of her there. Evie Richards on the front.
Yeah, and we've got this long start-finish straight as well, and it generally looks like it bulks up as a group as we see Jenny Rissveds. She's not waiting for anyone.
That is a...
Driving on, tucked down, hands in the middle of the bars, aero position. She's not waiting around at all, not even looking over her shoulder. She's going to go into time trial mode, and we've seen how she's won the last 2 World Cups, or the 2 World Cups she's won previously, sorry. Now, 51 seconds now for Rissveds, and it's Sevilla Blunt now taking on the chase. Ronja Blockinger, Evie Richards. Oh, just seen Sammy Maxwell just losing the back end in that corner going down.
Look how dry and dusty this is. Now, Sammy got away with that pretty well. Hopefully she's okay. There's a big lower catch berm at the top half of the track there. You can see the dust getting kicked up from Jenny Rissveds here.
There we go. We do see Sammy Maxwell, our overall leader. Winner of 2 races this year, having such a consistent season. absolutely stellar season for the Kiwi. But top 24.
Such a young athlete. What was it, 2 years ago? Not even.
Yeah.
We didn't see her much in last year with a few issues that kept her off the start line. But for this season to come back with that support from the team herself and Sevilla, really growing in 2025.
Just looking back in the distance there, we've got Candice Lill, Sammy Maxwell coming through. So Candice Lill doing one of her best races this season so far. We saw the South African rider last year.
Look at Evie just sitting on the wheel there, having a bit of a look around. Sevilla putting in the effort. We'll see if Evie goes to the front, coming into the woods. She does. She can see that Ronya's been dropped off the wheel. This is a bit of a move from Evie Richards here into the woods. Maybe she does not want Ronya to come with her.
Yeah, good riding by Richards, and just came off the slipstream of Sevilla Blanc. And if they look behind, they're going to see a charging Candice Lill and Samara Maxwell and Alessandra Keller. So the way that group was flying behind, good chance they're going to get back on terms and make a bigger group.
Oh, look at Sammy. Sammy's charging, and Alessandra, she sensed the move.
We see Sevilla Blanc just taking a bit of ice, pulling down onto the neck, just dropping into the jersey. There's such a strategy that these riders have with nutrition, feeding, cooling. As we see Keller now coming past, blocking her. Sammy Maxwell just off the back wheel. Here we go, Evie piling on the pressure.
Look at
and that's shown on the strain gauge, 17.9 now, 182 heart rate. So Evie Richards is cracking on, lap 5 of 7. And again, if she looks behind, she's going to see not just Sevilla Blanc, but she's going to see Alessandra Keller and Sammy Maxwell, our overall leader, coming up as well. There we go, just going
rolling
through.
the neck, ready, set, go. No worries for Jenny Rissveds.
Looking pretty cool. And like I say, with a 2-minute 33-minute gap now. So you see the second group all back together. Alessandra Keller, what an amazing second part to the season Keller's having. Winning the short track world championships at home in Crans, Montana. Winning in Lenzerheide in the cross country. Now we see Alessandra Keller piling on the pressure. That traditional grimace all over the handlebars.
Now we'll look at that. Sevilla Blanc straight onto Alessandra's wheel there. So is she playing the cards? Is this the tactic?
I think she was sitting on Evie Richards a little bit. Evie Richards just looked a little bit ragged as we went through the rocks now, and it's Keller who's piling on the pressure. We know how strong Keller finishes. Jenny Rissveds stamps her authority on this race so far. 2:42 up the road now for Jenny Rissveds on this penultimate lap. Huge, huge gap. As we see Evie Richards, Sevilla Blanc, Sammy Maxwell, Alessandra Keller now just letting the wheel go. Alessandra Keller always with that pain face, but yeah, looking like his legs are hurting a little bit now. She did make a big effort to close onto that second group led by Maxwell.
Bit of a crack from Alessandra. Yeah, look at the composure from Jenny coming down here.
You just see how loose it is, the bike just buckling around. Just getting back, following the line, but the chance of a mishap here because it's so loose. Big rocks, super fast. But we've got a race on now. Evie Richards putting on the pressure. Sevilla Blanc unable to follow. You see Sammy Maxwell desperate to get past Sevilla Blanc. It's Evie Richards putting the pressure on, getting the gap.
Evie's got a small gap now.
Legs just buckling. Such a hard section that when you're fatigued. All those rocks just trying to kill the speed, push you backwards. But Jenny Rissveds, here we go, last lap. She gets the bell. 10:57, so still on pace, still under that 11 minutes.
We do have the Fat Tire Flyer legend Charlie Kelly ringing the last lap bell for us down there, which is super cool to have him in attendance here at Lake Placid.
It's Evie Richards just leading that group, piling on the pressure, trying to break Sevilla Blanc and Sammy Maxwell. But back to this race, since Jenny Rissveds now, another good lap under 11 minutes, so still on pace, no sign of tiring. These three all back together as they come through the bell.
No
going to be a big scrap.
No bottles, no worries. Into this final lap, Evie looks over the shoulder looking to see what the damage is to the group behind. These three are glued together right now. Has Sevilla played the tactic perfectly, sitting on the wheel? Has Evie pushed a little bit too hard too early? There is literally minutes left in this epic race here this afternoon. Evie still charging through that lower rock garden to start the climb here, as we saw Jenny Rissveds in the middle part of the track, just on the opposite side. Incredible to witness Emily Johnston in 18th and Rebecca Henderson in 19th, with Kate Courtney going the opposite direction. Almost 6 minutes back. Wow.
Jenny Rissveds, our world champion, went out on lap 1 on the last climb, as we see this group behind Sammy Maxwell absolutely charging. Our overall leader, just a reminder, got to finish in the top 24 to take the overall title. But at the moment, all she's thinking about is fighting Evie Richards, and Evie Richards on the maximum, 183. 19.7 on the strain, as we see Richards sprinting up this climb. Maxwell behind, holding on for the wheel. And we see Sevilla Blanc now just getting gapped by Richards and Maxwell.
Big effort from Evie. She looks over the shoulder. What has the damage done? Sammy Maxwell is going with her.
But Sammy Maxwell, a top 24, will see her take the title. Never out the top 5 all season, 2 wins, being on the money from start to finish. From Brazil to Lake Placid. Sammy Maxwell not done yet. Evie Richards, second position. She looks over her shoulder. She sees she's done the damage. Evie Richards, we know how fast she is on the descent. And maybe the fact that Sammy Maxwell is racing for an overall title might mean she just doesn't push 100% to close the gap. And that could be in the favour of Evie Richards. As we see Jenny Rissveds, Canyon Collective, our world champion, comes up to the tarmac straight. She's passed all the technical sections, hasn't put a foot wrong in this race from start to finish. Our world champion, taking her 3rd race of the year, our winner here in Lake Placid. Jenny Rissveds, take a bow. Didn't look behind, didn't put a foot wrong all race. And there we got the emotion, rightly so. And here we go. Evie Richards dropping in, attacking from that group of 3 on the last lap. What a ride for the Trek. Factory Racing Pirelli rider, 2nd position. Best World Cup of the season so far. Samara Maxwell, Decathlon Ford Factory Racing, the first Kiwi rider to ever win a World Cup title in XCO, XCC or DH. Sammy Maxwell, 3rd position, and wins our cross-country overall title with a round to go.
Oh, that was tough. That one hurt.
In the top 3, Jenny Rissveds, Evie Richards, Sammy Maxwell.